boy Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store. How's everybody doing today, man? Hey, it's lunch hour. I know you probably ducking your boss. I know you're probably ducking your co-workers. But hey, man, you got enough time to slide in and make a liquor store run, man. So tap in and we're gonna get drunk with that Dallas Cowboys content together, man. So hey, today, man, we're just gonna talk about some news, some updates. What my thoughts are about the final preseason game, about roster spots, all those things in between, man. So, just tap in. I got about an hour to give y'all good people, and we're going to rock out just like that, man. Hey, shout out to everybody sliding over from Landlord Show, man. I see Miss Patrice in the building. Landlord Ray, what's good? Hey, I see you, Four Flat. Salute to you. Gina Chase, salute to you. My boy Rev Rebel 95 tapping in with the 6-shot glasses. I see you. Salute to you. Oh, yeah. Hey, Miss Regina Green, what's up with you? Thank you for sliding in and showing love to the liquor store. Hey, Eastside Harold, the closeted Dallas Cowboys fan. Salute to you, my boy. Thank you for tapping in and showing love. Bruce got the toxic juice. What's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in and rocking with your boy. Michael Lockhart, part of the Landlord Raid, man. Hey, shout out to my brother Landlord, man. Salute to him. Fried bologna and a Long Island iced tea. Hey, you ain't trying to go back to work. My boy Landlord in the building too, man. Salute to my guy, man. They've been tapping in and showing love. Christopher Gillis, what's up with you, man? I see all y'all good folks sliding in and showing love to the channel. I appreciate y'all. So on the way in, man, there's not a lot of rules inside the liquor store. Say this is a platform built for the people, by the people. But I do ask y'all to do a couple of things when y'all slide in here, man. First and foremost, make sure you hit that like button. The more likes that you get on a YouTube video, the more that YouTube gonna push it and promote it. So if you rock with your boy Henny, make sure you hit that like button. Hey, Jackie Smith, I see you, part of the Landlord Raid. Salute to you. Kelvin Hicks, part of the raid too, man. What's up with you? He said Henny doesn't mind. Oh, he talk about East Side. Yeah, East Side, all right, man. East Side be donating. He be coming and talking his mess, man. We gonna let East Side make it, man. East Side good. We ain't gonna do East Side too bad. Said Landlord's the king of Cowboys. As updates and news, keeping it real for my boy. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Landlord, my content brother in this thing, man. So hey, I'm glad that Landlord feeding the streets. I'm glad that y'all enjoy his content, man. He a real one. He said, got my L with a Henny. Hey, we got it on deck, my guy. So yeah, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And hey, we are practicing manifestation inside the liquor store, man. We're trying to manifest that 6th championship. So share the content 6 times. Drop a championship emoji in the chat box 6 times. 6 shot glasses, whatever. We're trying to manifest the 6th championship. So we do nothing but 6s over here in the liquor store, man. So share it 6 times. Drop 6 emojis. Do whatever you want to do, man. We're going to manifest that 6th championship, just like Miss Patrice is doing. Salute to you. And then after you do all that, man, you hit that like, you hit that share. I need you to hit that Eagles fan upside the head, man. Because if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, I will be able to give you half off of all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And we got exactly what you need to succeed, man. We got hen, we got gin, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in and get drunk on this Dallas Cowboy content with your boy Hennythemoor inside the liquor store. Oh, and for everybody that's still wondering, we're still doing the $5 raffle for a Dallas Cowboy jacket or pullover. So if you want to enter for a chance to win a Dallas Cowboy jacket of your choice, hit the Cash App, which is $Hennythemoor, or you can send your raffle entries through the Super Chat. Now that we got that out the way, though, man, let's jump to the content. King G, what's Gucci, man? I say, okay, brother, I like, subscribe. You'll be seeing me around here from now on, bro. Hey, that's love right there, Cowboys Click. I appreciate you, my boy. Hey, welcome to the liquor store, my guy. Welcome to the liquor store. So yeah, man, let's jump into the content, man. We ain't got that much time, so let's use all that time to talk about the Dallas Cowboys and our thoughts about what we need to do going forward, man. Thomas A. Garrett, salute to you. Swain, what's good with you? Thank y'all for tapping in. So, man, hey, I know that a bunch of people, want the Dallas Cowboys to play their starters a little bit in the preseason finale. I understand. I know a lot of people are concerned about Russ. I know it's a new offensive system. I know a lot of these guys, especially Jalen Tolbert, hasn't really played with Dak Prescott a lot of snaps in the real game scenario. Turpin wasn't really involved in the offense like that last year as a pass catcher. So there's a lot of moving parts, and I understand the mindset and people wanting, to play their guys. But put this into perspective. We just lost DeMarvion Overshown, who was going to probably be your third linebacker in our base defense for the season, to an ACL, and what pretty much amounted to a meaningless preseason game. We lost John Stevens Jr., right? A promising tight end that was probably going to make the roster for the season in a meaningless preseason game. On the other side of that, man, right? Even the Seahawks did not come out of that game unscathed, right? So there's actually a report about the Seahawks. Adam Schefter reported Seahawks first round pick Jackson Smith in Jigba is undergoing wrist surgery today in Philly, but still could have a chance to be ready for the start of the regular season, per sources. Surgery will determine how long he will miss. He hurt his wrist Saturday night versus Dallas. So they did not leave that game unscathed either. And Jigba was a first-round pick. He was the 20th player selected, and he was, expected to start. He was expected to be their third or second receiver on that offense this year. So they lost a guy, in a preseason game. Now it's a little bit more optimistic for them and them getting their player back, close to the start, a couple games into the season. But he's not going to be. He might not be available for them to start the season. Then when you backdoor and you look, at what went on, right? When you talk about what went on in regards to Scary Terry got injured, right? He went out there with the Washington Commanders and he got turf toe. So he might be hindered from going out there and being able to produce week 1 for the Washington Commanders. Then we also know about our history, us losing Tony Romo in what came out to be a meaningless preseason game. So it's all about mitigating injuries. It's all about mitigating, risk and reward, right? Do you want to play your starters or do you want to rest them? Now, I see folks in the chat box, Kansas City play their starters. That's cool. Nobody on Kansas City has an injury history. Patrick Mahomes ain't got no injury history. Travis Kelce ain't got no injury history. None of them boys got injury histories. Dak Prescott has missed 17 games in the last 3 years. Michael Gallup has been hindered by injuries, the last couple of seasons, right? So, there's plenty of guys on here that have been dinged. And listen, we damn sure want to keep Tyron Smith in bubble wrap. Like, I don't even want Tyron Smith to breathe on the field. I don't even want Tyron Smith to look at the field too long. He might get injured. So, I don't want nobody to play. And really, because we're getting down to the nitty gritty, into the crunch time, right? I really don't even want my backup players to play. So anybody that I feel is already a lock to make the 53-man roster, whether it be Cooper Rush, whether it be some Richards, TJ Bass, any of the guys that have been playing well over the course of the preseason, I don't want to see them. Right? Preseason is to determine. Yeah, preseason is to determine, who deserves a roster spot. We're 2 games in. There's nothing that we're going to see in one game to overturn 2 games of bad tape for somebody. Either you look good, in your first 2 outings, or you didn't. Jalen Tolbert looked good. I don't have to see no more of him. Deuce Vaughn looked good. I ain't got to see no more of him. Rico Dial looked good. I ain't got to see no more of him. Richards and TJ Bass have been phenomenal. I don't have to see no more of them. Right? There are certain guys that have already played up to par. Right? Wanye Thomas. Like, these guys done enough the first 2 preseason games, for me to say I'm good. I don't need to see no more of them. So, third time is usually the charm, but we ain't got time for that. We're trying to. It's more important to be preparing for week 1 against the New York Giants than it is to actually be trying to go out here and be worried about somebody making a team. Right? That ship has sailed. That ship has sailed. It's over the horizon. It's all the way off to the sunset at this point. So, listen, if you were on the bubble, that bubble gonna pop. And listen, there are some guys that got saved by these injuries, right? Jabril Cox was on the bubble, but we all know that DeMarvion Overshown got injured, is going to be gone for the season, and then Malik Jefferson has also missed, time in the preseason due to an injury. Right, so Jabril Cox, you were on the bubble. You're safe due to injury. Right, Sean McKeon, you were on the bubble. We had got a guy out here that could block, and he was a playmaker in terms of going out there and making plays in the passing game, lining up as a receiver, lining up in the slot, lining up as an inline tight end, and John Stevens Jr. So there are definitely some guys, that could have got put out, the pasture, so to speak, that are going to get a second chance due to injury. So, there's going to be some turmoil, and I still think the Dallas Cowboys change rosters again, after the initial cuts. There's going to be over 1,100 guys that become free agents all on the same day. So, I do expect the Dallas Cowboys and every other team, to take advantage of that. I'm pretty sure, with all the scouting the Dallas Cowboys have done, I'm sure there's somebody they scouted, that went to a team that's deep in their position that's going to end up on the open market that they wouldn't mind bringing in. Right. So that's how I feel about that. He said, yeah, Hendershot got a break with Stevens going down. Yeah. Dwayne Brown, what's up with you, my guy? I see you sliding in. Shout out to everybody that entered the liquor store, man. Y'all definitely in here showing love. Make sure y'all hit that like button and that share button for your boy, man. Make sure you hit that like button and that share button. But salute to y'all good people, man. So that's how I feel about that. Right. I prefer to keep my guys healthy because let's be honest, the season is not going to be won or lost, by a game in August. It's not. It's not going to be won or lost by a game in August, but it can be won or lost by a game in September. It can be changed. The trajectory of your season can change in October, November. All these games that actually matter go against your record and affect your standing. And like those games matter. So I would rather guys be healthy and prepared to play in those contests, in those 17 contests, over playing in a preseason game. I'm sorry. He said, bro, watch JMS last 2 games. He pulls nasty. But I said for months he was never making it past Giants at 57. We picked 58. Could have moved up 2 spots. Played him guard this year. Center 2024. Kid a mauler. It lost draft weekend on free agency. We definitely could have used some guys like that, man. We definitely could have used somebody. But, I can't cry over spilled milk at this point. We can just do our due diligence for next year, so that we know who to draft, who to pick up. We can be more informed about some of these guys coming in. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. But moving on to some more news, man. So, I brought numbers, and these are numbers that were actually provided by Mr. Mosher this time around. So shout out to Marcus Mosher. So Cowboys rookie guard, I would not designate him as a right guard, but Cowboys rookie guard TJ Bass, right? Pet cat, my pet cat do more than just meow, right? Has not allowed a single pressure on 58 preseason snaps, according to PFF. Sample size is small. The undrafted free agent guard from Oregon has played well, as we said he would. Right, if y'all follow me in the liquor store, there were 2 guys coming into the year, that I said I was going to stand on the table for. So far, I'm 1 of 2 right now. He said, good show so far. Do you know? Missed a couple minutes. Hey, it's all good, man. I appreciate you for the super chat, my guy. Cowboys Click with a $2 super chat said, good show so far. Do you know? Missed a couple minutes. He said, God, I hate autocorrect. It's all good, man. Autocorrect does us bad all the time, man. Don't trip. He said, Bass and Boss is legit. Yeah. But there were 2 guys, coming into the season that I really liked, and it was Jalen Marino Cropper and TJ Bass. Now, Marino Cropper flashed a little bit in training camp, has not done anything, in the preseason. So he's probably not going to make this team. But I'm still standing on the table for TJ Bass, right? He has been phenomenal, and we already had questions about our offensive line depth, right? We had questions about what would happen if Zach Martin wasn't able to play. Well, he's back, and I definitely do think that TJ Bass is benefiting from that mentorship. I definitely think that he's benefiting from his overall talent. Because as I pointed out when TJ Bass was initially brought onto the team as an undrafted free agent, TJ Bass, had a 4th-round grade, yet somehow went undrafted. Right, so that was one thing that piqued my interest when I first reviewed TJ Bass when he initially got picked up by the Dallas Cowboys. We had a 4th-round grade, even though he was an undrafted free agent. And another thing that piqued my interest was his ability in the zone blocking scheme. Right, he played in a zone blocking scheme in Oregon. The Dallas Cowboys transitioned over to a zone blocking scheme this year. Well, TJ Bass was the highest rated offensive lineman in the entire NCAA in terms of zone blocking in the last 2 seasons. So in both the 2022 and the 2021 season, TJ Bass was the highest graded zone blocking offensive lineman in the entirety of college football. Right. So that's another thing that really, stuck with me when I was reviewing TJ Bass and how he was fit. So he's already a scheme fit. He's already a guy that had numerous snaps, in this kind of blocking scheme, and he excelled at it. He graded out good. He also had versatility. Because remember, he was a guy, that actually played left tackle a lot for Oregon. So, he is not the athlete, to play left tackle in the NFL, right? He does not have have the footwork to do that, but he has the size, he has the strength, he has the build to be an exceptional guard for what we asked him to do. He said when Tyrus goes down, Tyler, yeah, and that is also a possibility just based on the way that he's played. As Danny Savage pointed out, there are multiple ways that you can go about, handling a Tyrus Smith injury right now. Right, because we got 2 young guys that stepped up so far in preseason. That's why I said preseason matters. So if you trust Mr. Richards, if you trust Austin Richards, you can put him up at the left tackle and leave everybody out there. Right, you can leave Tyler Smith at guard and play Austin Richards at the left tackle and see how you like that. Or because Tyler Smith played a majority of last season at left tackle, right? You could put him at left tackle and then let TJ Bass fill in at the left guard position. Right? Yeah, I agree with that, Cowboys click. He's a very good backup, and that's all I need him to be. Right? Because our concerns on the offensive line is not necessarily with our starters. Right? Tyrus Smith is still a top 10 left tackle when he plays. The only issue with him is he's only played 17 games in the last 3 years. We already know that Tyler Smith has excelled at every position that we put him on. Right? So we like him. Connor Williams, I almost called him Connor Williams. Ugh. Tyler Biadasz, he's excelled. He made a Pro Bowl selection last year, one of the highest graded run blocking centers in the NFL last year. We already know that Zach is a gold jacket guy. Still exceptional. Still probably the best guard in football. And then Terrence Steele, is right up there, in terms of right tackles. So we got great starters. The issue with the Dallas Cowboys is we don't have great depth behind them. But I think we found our depth this year, man. Because y'all know what I feel about Mr. Richards, right? I was on record as saying I didn't think he would be ready this year. I was not sadly mistaken. I was pleasantly surprised to be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong about Mr. Richards. So he stepped in. He's played phenomenal at that left tackle spot. Mr. Richards has shown that he could be a swing guard, because they played him at right and left guard spots. So, I think we found our offensive line depth. I'm not saying these guys are going to be future Hall of Famers or anything like that, but they are decent enough to play if somebody gets nicked. Yo, what's up with your Silver Slayer? What's up with your John Cofield? Thank y'all for tapping in and showing love. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Skeptical Cowboys fan, what's up with you, my boy? I see he's tapping in. So, yeah, so far, so good, in terms of finding some offensive line depth. So, hey, I'm happy. And y'all know how I felt about the Dallas Cowboys, passing on multiple different offensive linemen, early on. So, I'm happy with the way this is developed. I think the Cowboys are going to be the best team in the NFC this year. Whether we go or not will be up to injuries. I agree with that. And we've been very vocal. Injuries is one of the only things that can derail the Dallas Cowboys, right? Because even my biggest question mark was the offensive line. If they stay healthy, we got a good offensive line. Like if we stay healthy and all our best players play their best positions, we still got a formidable offensive line. So I'm happy with that. He said, "Well, Danny, it's safe to say." What's going on? Y'all having a come? What's it? Hey, is Hal West and his family, were they affected by those storms in Cali? Not from what I know. He hasn't mentioned anything happening with him and his family so far. So thank God for that. But they should be good. He said, "I learned everything I know from Landlord, everything since I was a little kid on up." Okay, cool. See, that's what's up. So let's see. All right, so this one is gonna be a doozy for y'all, because y'all know, like, I was team running Kelvin Joseph out of town after the Jacksonville game. I could not fix my lips to say anything positive about Kelvin Joseph. But I do want to give flowers to people when they do good. If I could, I know it's a joke. If I could, talk crazy about him when he played bad, I can also give him flowers and give him love, when they play good. So first and foremost, shout out to Kelvin Joseph, friend of the show. If y'all missed the interview that Cowboys Uncut, me, Landlord, and West Coast did, very good content. Y'all should go check it out. It's available on all 3 pages. But, as Mosher pointed out, cornerback Kelvin Joseph has allowed just 13 yards on 6 targets in the preseason. He pointed out he's still only 23 years old. I got children, that are older, right? And it feels like the things are finally coming together for him. So you know what? Shout out to Kelvin, man. Hey, he's proven people wrong, and it's never been personal with what the things I say about Kelvin Joseph. Probably so. There's a possibility of that. So Kelvin Joseph, he's come back in and he's played much better. The critique on Kelvin Joseph has always been about football, nothing else. I don't care about off the field stuff that much. You know what I'm saying? So he was a guy, that struggled when we put him out there, gave up 2 touchdowns in the Jacksonville game, and they took him out the game. Right? Took him out the game, didn't really play him too much after that. But, he having a great preseason. He did excel on special teams, caused a turnover in a playoff game on special teams. So, I just want to see him expand his game and be a guy that can come in and contribute in his defensive back room. So, I like Kelvin. Now, granted, up to this point, he hasn't played, he hasn't played up to his draft standing. He was a 2nd round pick, but he was a 2nd round pick for a reason. The man ran like a 4.3. He was an athlete, played in the SEC, both at LSU and Kentucky. So I like the kid. I like the kid's skill set. My critique was him not putting it together on the field, but so far he's looked good. And we all know that player progression is a real thing. We've seen it with Terrence Steele, right? We've seen it with a multitude of different players along the years. So I'm happy with him. And hey, shout out to my brother Dwayne Brown for the $10 super chat. He said, "This for being MIA. Keep rocking." Hey, I appreciate you for your support, man. Thank you for the love, and that got you 2 raffle entries, my guy, for the Dallas Cowboy jacket or pullover, man. So thank you for your support. And if y'all want to be, like my brother Mr. Brown, and increase your odds of winning the jacket, hit the Cash App or the super chats, man. It's $5 an entry. And we'll do the drawing on September the 3rd. So thank you for your support, man, and I appreciate you. Yo, Chill Bill, what's Gucci, man? They been tapping in. Hey, what's up with you? It's my boy DC for Life Texas in the building. What's up with you, man? They been tapping in and showing love to the channel. Salute to you. But yeah, so I'm happy with that, man. So hey, I got another question. I want to segue. At this time right now, based on everything that you've seen in preseason, I know that we heard a lot coming out of training camp. I know we heard a lot of things, right? But based on preseason alone, are y'all rocking with Kelvin Joseph, or are you rocking with Eric Scott going into week 1? Listen, I'll be honest with you. Eric Scott had a fantastic camp, but Kelvin Joseph is actually showing up, in preseason games. He's actually showing up in a live game scenario. So I'm leaning towards Kelvin Joseph right now. Plus what he brings on special teams. He did, Michelle. Like Ball did play better. He did play better. But who y'all rocking with? Y'all taking that boy KJ? Y'all taking Eric Scott? I'm taking KJ. Kelvin Hicks says KJ. Danny Savage says Scott IR stash him. Might as well, because I definitely think down the line he can develop into a good boundary corner. Right now we're just going off of preseason. Like Eric Scott's not ready. And listen, he shouldn't be ready. He's like a 5th or 6th round pick. I forget where he got taken, but he's very inexperienced. He's very inexperienced. He needs reps. He needs snaps. He needs time. Yeah, so I'll take KJ. KJ can be a special teamer for me and a reserve corner. So I kill 2 birds with 1 stone by making Kelvin Joseph the guy that I keep on the roster. So salute to y'all good people, man. So Joe said 29 likes. He said 29 likes, 53 likes. Push that like button. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button on the way into the liquor store, man. Salute to y'all good people. He said, what's good, HTM? Trying to listen to you and landlord. Being busy, off, and on. DC for life. Texas, let's freaking go. He said, give me that jacket. Hold on. Let me get my boy super chat real quick. He said, give me that jacket. Probably won't fit, but I got a daughter. Love your show so far. Keep rocking it. I'm taking KJ. Go Cowboys. Hey, thank you for the love, Cowboys. Click. And hey, if you win, I wait to get the jacket until the person wins, because I'm letting y'all pick the jacket. So if y'all want a starter jacket, y'all want a Mitchell and Ness jacket, whatever kind of Dallas Cowboy jacket you want, I'm letting you pick the color, the brand, and the size. So don't trip. If you want one specifically for your size, I got you. So Cowboys, click. I got you down for your 2 raffle entries, man. Salute to you and thank you for the love. Yo, Nate Dogg, what's up with you, man? They've been tapping in and showing love to the channel, man. Salute to you. Yo, hey, what's up with my boy T. Richburg? Thank you for tapping in. Hey, did you get your PlayStation yet? Has your PlayStation came in the mail yet, Mr. Richburg? Let me know. But they said it's supposed to have been there by Saturday, but they slow as hell. You say, I want a 1995 starter jacket. We can make that happen. We definitely can make that happen. So if you win, I got you. Hey, shout out to Tracy Hodge for the $5 super chat. They said, keep going, keep growing, solid content, just as good as all the others. That's love right there, Tracy Hodge. So I appreciate you for your support and the words of encouragement. Thank y'all for showing love, man. And like I said, man, y'all is the one that keep us going in the nation, man. Y'all definitely keep the lights on in the liquor store and everywhere else, around here. So, thank y'all for everything, man. And thank y'all for supporting. He said, nope, not yet. Well, hey, use the tracking number and see and see what's going on with it. You make sure you use the tracking number and see what's going on with it, because I want to make sure that gets to you. He said, I like KJ, but not the black around his lips. In my birthday, y'all crazy as hell. Oh, man. But thank y'all for the support, though, man. But yeah, I love KJ, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a much, and listen, I'm not trying to be soft, you know what I'm saying? But the kid been through a lot. He seemed like he's actually a stand-up good dude. You know what I'm saying? So you're young, you make mistakes. And when I put it into perspective, that I actually got kids that are around his age and younger and older, I hope nothing but success for the man. You know what I mean? I hope he had nothing but success. Yeah, Marcus, KJ been balling so far, man. He said, I love the late night shows. Work midnight 26 years. He said, T. Richburg said he's checking on it now. Bet. Let me know what they say, man. Let me know what they say. All right, so let's see. So we talked about my boy KJ developing. So let's talk about some other guys that definitely deserve to make this roster. And listen, this is the next guy we're going to talk about is a guy that is not going to survive on the open market for long if he gets released. If he gets released, he's not going to make it back to the practice squad. He's been too damn good. And that is Isaiah Land. Now, granted, I don't think they'll even play like that with Isaiah Land because he's been exceptional. But, up to this point, like he is probably one of the best pass rushers in the entirety of a preseason. Yeah, bro, I seen that. Caleb Farley house exploded, and thank God he wasn't there, but they actually think it was like a gas leak that led to the explosion at this point. Thank God. And listen, that stuff right there is why, I'm happy that my house is all electric. Electrical fires can happen too, but man, like those gas leaks is nothing to play with. So prayers up to Caleb Farley and his family. I pray, for the person that lost their life. I pray for their people and their mindsets right now as they go through what they're going through. So man, hopefully things hopefully God watches over them and keeps them, man, for real. And that's why we need to trade Armstrong for needed depth on our team. Sam Williams will start in Armstrong place. Also, Danny Savage says prayers sent. Yeah, man, for real. And listen, I don't mind trading DA, but because he has only a year left on his contract, I don't really know what we can get for him in return. So I don't mind trading him for depth. But he had the most trade value last year, where he had the rest of that season and this year, right? So we really missed the window for trading away a player like that. Because teams don't really want to give up too much for a guy that doesn't got that much left on there. Hey, facts. He said 53 people in here, only 10 people hit the like button. What is wrong? Come on, guys. This man is putting on a good show for us. He is doing excellent. I appreciate you for that love, my boy. I appreciate you. So yeah, everybody that slid in, man, make sure you hit that like button and that share button for your boy, man. So according to John Owen, who is a personal at PFF, so of course all the statistics that he used will be on PFF, of course. Isaiah Land is currently tied for third among all edges and second among all the rookie edges in total pressures thus far this preseason with 8. So it said it's 43 people. Okay. That happens on YouTube sometime, man. Sometimes the likes don't update unless you go out and come back in. But I appreciate all y'all for supporting, though. He's also tied for 6th among all defenders in pass rush win rate at 24%, while his 32% pressure rate ranks 2nd. So this board is going crazy. So yeah. Now, granted, Isaiah Land is a pure pass rusher right now. You really can't. He got to get better setting the edge. He has to get better in run support and different things like that. But as a guy that can get after the quarterback in a passing league, right, he is exceptional. I also want to point out at FAMU, this man had 19 sacks in a season and over 20 tackles for loss in a season. So Isaiah Land is a disruptor. And when you ask him just to go after the quarterback, he is exceptional. Hey, there's nothing to be to say you're bad about. I say you were trying to do the right thing, and that's all that matters, Cowboys Click, and I appreciate you for that. So salute to you, my guy. I thank you. Said Trent Williams got a 3, but you think DA 4 or 5, or y'all like 16? Hey, we gotta land a spot on the 53. So it's going to come down to someone being cut to make space. Well, there are plenty of guys that I can think about, removing to make roster spots. And I know Josh Ball just had a phenomenal game this last game out, but I still would probably cut Josh Ball. There's somebody that I would keep him over Josh Ball. I would keep him over Josh Ball. Darnell said he's 36. I guess that was in response to Danny. But yeah, like I don't know who we could, but Isaiah Land does not need to be one of them. He does not need to be one of them. He said we can also use IR and PUP to work with the 53. I mean, yeah, because Overshown's going on there, Stevenson's going on there. They might keep Jordan Lewis on there a little bit longer. They might slide Nation right on there since he has an injury. Semi might end up on there. Hey, Cowboys click wild. My boy said Josh Ball is the best football player in the NFL. Boy, you crazy. But hey, listen, I've been very critical about Josh Ball. He played good the last preseason game. He said, what about CJ Goodwin? Since we think KJ is making the roster, KJ would fill that special teams ace too. Hey, it's a possibility. Okay. So they. Oh wait, wow. Okay, so it's expected to be delivered to you today by 9:00. Thank God. I was concerned. I know it's jokes, my boy. Yeah, I was concerned. I never trust the mail. I ain't trust the mail in a long time, but I'm glad that it's still finna make it to you in a timely manner. And hey, shout out to T. Richburg for winning the PlayStation in the other raffle drawing. Shout out to T. Richburg for winning the PlayStation, and then also shout out to my boy, Mr. Autry for winning the Dallas Cowboy games ticket to the Cowboys versus Eagles home game. So salute to y'all for participating. He said, cut the guard we picked up. Oh, yeah, that would be a good one. Or you can put his ass on IR too. I would put everybody humanly possible. He said, Craven would know. Said, don't trust the mail, send it certified. Yeah, I'm going to do that next time. I might just overnight it. I might overnight my stuff next time because I don't like stuff sitting in limbo. He said, I've been bit several times by USPS. Yeah, man, they horrible. I've got it. Yeah, man, they're horrible. He said, hey, King said, shout out to me for never winning raffle. Nah, Chuma wasn't even playing well with the Jets. So, I'm not sure why we brought him in. He wasn't playing well with the Jets, and he wasn't playing well, in preseason. Or I mean, not preseason, but training camp either. So, it wouldn't be a bad, it wouldn't be a bad person to end up on the streets. And listen, you can cut Ronald Jones. I think I like the running backs I've seen over Ronald Jones. We can cut Chuma. We can cut some of these guys we're not too high on. Ain't gonna make us no difference. It's the same reason we wanted Mills. Yeah, I like Mills, but he can't stay healthy, man. He just got an injury waiver, so he just got released with an injury waiver or whatever. So he said we can find somebody to cut if need be. Yeah, listen, y'all know Rojo was not good enough to have no nickname. His mama called him Ronald. Said, "Would you cut McKeon? You can't now. Like you need 4 tight ends, and we only got 4 tight ends. So McKeon was going to get cut if John Stevens made the team, but John Stevens got to go on IR now. So you got to keep McKeon because you're only about 4 tight ends deep, and you really ain't seen nothing from the Fant boy, to have him, ahead of him in preseason, right? Because Fant, all the snaps you would have gave to Fant, you gave to John Stevens. He was playing so well, so Fant ain't showed nothing. Yeah, but Hunter's going to be used as a fullback, solely as a fullback. So Hunter is actually going to be like the fourth. Is going to be like the 4th running back. So he'll be the first fullback, 4th running back on the depth chart as of right now, in my opinion. So when it comes down to like the tight end room, of course Jake is number 1. You got Hendershot, you got Schoonmaker, and then you got McKeon. Right, so those are the 4 tight ends I expect to be on the roster. Imagine a healthy Becton and Tyler Smith left side. Even though I think Becton's best position is guard, definitely a mauler. Yeah, McKeon. Yeah, if he cleared waivers, which he probably would have. Ooh, hey, that might be controversial, Danny, because folks really love that boy Hunter. He said, I don't see Hunter making the team. Well, it depends. It depends on how they view him. If they view him as an actual running back, then you can't say. Said, when does cut start? You ain't got to cut nobody till the 29th of August. Final cuts happen on the 29th of August. So a week from today is when you make final cuts. Yeah, Dial looked good. I was critical of Dial. I was critical of Dial coming in based on that fumble, but he's played well. He had one bad play. Outside of that, he's been good. He said we'll see a healthy dose of Hunter this week. I can see that happening because I think. Listen, matter of fact, I got one that might be a little bit more controversial. They might cut Malik Davis based on what he's done in the preseason so far. Because Tony Pollard's going to start. You like what you've seen from Rico, right? Yeah, I think so too. He's shown ball security the rest of the way. So we see multiple snaps from him. Only one play where he put the ball on the ground. I can live with that possibly being a fluke, right? So, but hey, that Tony Pollard's going to start. They like Rico because his pass blocking. He got more snaps so far. And everybody loves Deuce, right? I don't think that they're going to carry 5 running backs. So either they're going to have Hunter as the 4th running back to be a short yardage guy and a fullback, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or they're going to slide with Malik Davis. But I don't think that they're going to carry 5 running backs. So it's either going to be TP, Rico, Kenny, and Hunter, or it'll be TP, Rico, Deuce, and Davis. But I don't think they carry 5 running backs. I just don't see it. And 4 sort of pushing it with them. He said they cut Davis. Landlord go up and he said, well, I like him. I like Malik Davis. And listen, I'm on record as saying that I thought it was Malik Davis' job to lose coming into the preseason. I thought it was his job to lose the backup running back job. Never in my wildest dreams could I imagine Rico Dial jumping ahead of him. But he's being very good. He said running with a fullback lead like back in the day, Emmitt Smith and Moose. Hey man, that was a daily combination, man. People be sleeping on Moose and his contribution to our offense, man. He used to go out there blow boys up. He said Davis wouldn't be a bad cut. I don't think he would either. Yo, what's up with you, Double R? Thank you for tapping in and showing love. Oh my God, that's horrible. It was Caleb Farley's dad, man, that got blew up in that house explosion, man. That's so sad. So, man, everybody, please take a moment, man, to say a prayer for Caleb Farley and his family, man. Dear God, please watch over Caleb Farley and his family, Lord. Pray that they find comfort in their time of need, Lord. Pray that you protect them and watch over them, Lord. Pray that you touch them and help them through this trying time, Father God. In Jesus' name that we pray, amen. Man, I couldn't imagine, man. I talk to my daddy every day, man, so I couldn't imagine. I'm old with grandchildren, and I'm still blessed to have my parents, so I couldn't imagine that. And that is so sad. He said Moose Johnson and Jay Novacek was 2 of the key players back then, 48 and 84. Yeah, man, and hey, we really got a very storied history at the tight end position. You go back to Novacek, you look at Jason Witten. You know what I'm saying? We had some solidified playmakers at tight end, man. So, but yeah, man, yeah, y'all keep them folks in y'all prayers, man. That's very sad. That's very sad. Yo, hey, what's up with you, Willie? They been tapping in and showing love, man. Craven said she stayed with her parents. They her world. Hey, I know, man. Ooh, I forgot about Iron Mike Dicker. See, man, y'all up here dropping gems in here, man. Y'all out here dropping gems. All right, and this is the last one, at least in terms of talking points, because I do have to depart from y'all good people and go back to work. Yeah, Mike Dicker, y'all right. I don't know why. I don't know why. That keeps slipping my mind. I guess I think it's because I remember him playing for us, but I be forgetting. I be thinking about him coaching more than be thinking about him as a player. And hey, don't nothing get old but clothes, kinfolk. But yeah, Mike McCarthy had praise for Rico Dial. He said, I've been impressed with Rico since my first year. Love his running style. He runs angry. He pass protects with a lot of urgency. He sticks his nose in there. I think we're just seeing Rico finally healthy. And that has been probably the one knock on Rico Dial. He ain't been healthy. Hasn't had opportunities to get on the field. But I think that changes. I definitely think that changes, man. So again, I like Rico Dial. He definitely is a guy that can come in and pass block. We know that's probably the aspect of the game, that Ezekiel Elliott excelled at the most, even into his later years. He damn near was like an extra lineman out there with the way he was blowing folks up. And yeah, Rico has to be running back too. If you're asking your running back to do everything, if pass protection is part of the package that you're grading a running back on, he has to be running back too. Because I'm not saying that Deuce Vaughn can't pass block. It's just at 5'5", I am doing him a disservice to ask him to pass block a lot. I would rather Deuce Vaughn go out there and rattle boy up on third down than be trying to pick up a blitzing linebacker that's 100 pounds heavier. Yeah, that's fine. And listen, we had a three-headed running game before. You know what I mean? We had a three-headed running game before. Y'all remember when we had Marion Barber, and then we also had my boy Jones, and we had Choice. And we used them boys and ran into the playoffs that year, beat the brakes off of Philadelphia first game. Like we seen us have a three-headed monster at running back before. And he said after cuts there will be 1 million running backs on the street. You are right. You are right. So let's get those likes up. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy too, man. He said, don't cut Rico. Nah, hey, Lenny, you're right. I wouldn't cut Rico at this point. He's definitely shown me something. I'm from Arkansas, but I'm still from the Show Me State. Yeah, Felix Jones and Marion Barber were definitely a good two-headed monster. RP to Marion Barber, by the way, man. And shout out to my boy Felix Jones from that played for my Razorbacks too, man. But yo, I gave y'all my lunch, my lunch hour. I gotta go get back on this clock, right? So thank y'all for stopping in the liquor store, getting you a quick little swig, before you go back. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for rocking with your boy. I'm definitely gonna go live again tonight and bring y'all some more quality Dallas Cowboys content. But on the way out of the door, man, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. Make sure you slap the shit out that Eagles fan, and make sure you get your raffles in, man. We always give, dope shit. Always give dope shit out, to people that support. So we're gonna continue to do raffles as long as y'all support them. So make sure you enter for a chance to get something dope, man. But hey, thank y'all for rocking. Thank y'all for taking time out your day to come and listen to me ramble on about them Cowboys. And hey, I will get at y'all, man. Peace. God bless. Your boys out. Oh yeah. Like me and Landlord only go live at the same time we do shows together. But Cowboys Uncut, we try to we definitely stagger our shows so that we're not live at the same time. We want nothing but success and good things for each other. So yeah, but I thank y'all for rocking with your boy, man. I'll see y'all about 6:30.